The reopening marks an effort to rejuvenate Nigerians' cultural heritage and promote the creative industry. The event will be attended by state governors, lawmakers, diplomats, business leaders, academies, cultural ambassadors, and youth leaders. Performances will be held by national troupe and top artists, with special remarks expected from Professor Wole Soyinka. The CBN Governor Olayemi Kadose will give the welcome address, and goodwill messages will be delivered by Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Minister Anatu Musawa. The Federal Inland Revenue Service announced major tax reforms that will exempt food, education, shared transportation, and agriculture from value-added tax. The reforms are the most expensive fiscal changes in Nigeria since independence and are scheduled to take effect in January 2026. The changes consolidate multiple tax laws into a single code, reducing the number of tax types to single digit and creating a simplified framework for individuals and businesses. Businesses with annual turnover below 50 million will no longer be required to pay tax. Thresholds for personal income tax have been adjusted to protect low-income earners. On June 26, 2025, President Bola Tinubu signed into law 4 bills: Nigerian Tax Act, Nigerian Tax Administration Act, Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Act, and Joint Revenue Board Establishment Act, collectively referred to as the Tax Act Quartet. These legislation aim to broaden the tax base, improve compliance, and enhance transparency across all tiers of government. A presidential committee on fiscal policy and tax reforms, chaired by Taiwo Oyedele of PwC, was instrumental in designing and implementing the reforms. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) signed a new 2-year crude supply agreement with the Dangote Petroleum Refinery in August 2025. The agreement secures the supply of crude oil to the 650,000 barrel per day refinery in Lekki, Lagos, under the federal government's Crude for Naira initiative. Between October 2024 and October 2025, a total of 82 million barrels of crude oil were allocated to the refinery, of which 49.3 million barrels, 50% were sold in Naira. In August 2025, 3 crude cargoes were allocated, while 5 cargoes were assigned each for September and October. Crude oil loading operations for August were completed, while September operations are currently ongoing. The deal follows a temporary suspension of petrol sales in Nigeria by the refinery, which was resolved after intervention from the Naira for Crude Technical Committee periodic reconciliation that were conducted among NNPC, Dangote Petroleum Refinery, and Petrochemical, and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority to align product volumes and cost with crude supply. Stakeholders have called on the federal government to issue a white paper addressing the ongoing dispute between Dangote Refinery and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, warning that unresolved tensions could threaten the economy. The Edo state government is projected internally generated revenue of 100 billion naira by December 2025, driven by digital tax reforms and enhanced enforcement. As of August 2025, the state's IGR stood at 74 billion and had risen to 79 billion by late September. According to the executive chairman of the Edo State Internal Revenue Service, Bamidele Bankole Balogun, the state has improved tax administration through audit, assessment, and court actions to enforce compliance. A key priority is the digitalization of tax collection to reduce cash transaction and improve transparency. National reforms will also require the use of tax identical numbers, bank verification numbers, and national identification numbers for all financial transactions from 2026. This is expected to strengthen income tracking, reduce evasion, and boost collection. The Edo government expects these measures to provide fiscal stability and support expanded investment in infrastructure, social services, and economic development. And that is the end of the business news segment for now. I am Soher Osevegi, reporting for BTV News.